Good afternoon. I will call to order the meeting of the Greenwood Stormwater Board. It's Wednesday, September 8th at 4 o'clock. Have roll call, please.
David Payne,
Here.
Forrest Sutton,
Here.
Tim McLaughlin.
Here. Okay. I will entertain a motion for approval of our minutes from our last meeting of August 11th.
I'll move that they accept as written.
Okay, is there a second?
Here.
Okay, I will second that. Any discussion of the minutes? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, we have two ayes and one abstain.
Abstain.
Okay. All right, show those as being approved. All right, any old business? All right, moving on to new business. We have our public-private partnership application.
For the records, Chris Jones, Director of Stormwater Management. We did receive a public-private partnership application from the subdivision and participants in that subdivision, or residents of the subdivision of Woodfield. April Olmstead, one of the residents in the subdivision, applied for it, and she is here to make a presentation on what they're asking for.
Okay, April, you want to step up?
Hi, I'm April Olmstead. I'm a resident, like Chris said, of Oldfield Estates. I've lived in Greenwood my entire life and bought a house at 28, about 10 minutes from my parents because I wanted to be close to them. Was really excited about living on a pond. It's been very nice. And I've lived there for about 12 years. And ever since I've lived there, we have non-working fountains in the pond. There's 3 of them. They just kind of take up space. It's pretty stagnant. I feel like this project would be really exciting. I'm eager to see what you guys think. I think it would be great for the community. So our subdivision does not have a homeowners association. There's 6 lots that sit on the pond. We all do contribute to having the pond treated on a yearly basis. But other than that, we don't really do much to take care of it. So I am proposing to the Stormwater Committee to possibly have 3 of the non-working fountains removed. We would like to have possibly 1 centrally located fountain and aerator with the option of LED lighting. I've been in contact with Lesners who treats our pond, and they've given us an estimate, which you guys have. I think it would do a lot of great things. I think it would improve the water clarity for people and invertebrate species, improve the aquatic health, should reduce the mosquito growth, and I think the biggest thing for me is that it's more aesthetically pleasing. I kind of feel like it's an eyesore for bikers, runners, walkers, anybody driving by in the community. So I think if there was 1 working fountain and the optional LED lighting, it would be really nice to look at, just even as people drive by. I think it would give people comfort and serenity. And then I asked about timing and length of the project, and I just put unsure because I have no idea how long that would take. So, you guys have any questions for me?
Actually, I do have a few. I don't know if you guys do. First of all, this is a project that we'd like to get involved in. This is almost exactly why we have the public-private partnership program. So that's a good thing. So there's no homeowners association. So have you spoken with the other people who are responsible for the pond about, how this is going to get maintained, who's going to pay the electric, how all that's going to work?
Honestly, no, I have not. I
Okay,
have one neighbor that is directly to the right of me. He's extremely supportive. He helped me with writing the application. I was hesitant to involve all the lot owners because I didn't really want to get the hopes up. I wasn't sure where this would go.
okay.
But I'm very open to including them if that's something that you need from me.
It probably is something that we'll need, and I can have our attorney speak more confidently about that, but I know in the past when we've had situations where there's been homeowners that were responsible for a particular pond that we had some sort of an agreement
Okay.
with them on, you know, first of all, depending upon how much, you know, we come to an agreement on that we're going to help you with, how that gets paid for, who responsibility for paying for the power and the maintenance of the fountain and all that stuff ongoing, and not just, you know, because if you take it on, say, I'm going to do all that, that's fine, but if something happens and you move or you're not there anymore, who's going to maintain that? You know, we've invested money, we want to make sure that that continues on for as long as possible. So that would be one of the things that we would probably need. And I think in Chris's recommendation to us, you know, he was suggesting something like some sort of a lake owners entity or something that would bind the members around that to an agreement for a certain number of years or something, the responsibility of that. Am I going down the right track, Sean?
Yes, you are.
Okay, all right. So that would be one thing that probably you would need to go back and do that.
Okay.
Typically, when we've had programs like this, we've started at like a 50-50 split on things. So I don't know, after you talk to your homeowners and figure out how much you guys would be able to raise, and then come back to us and say, okay, here's where we're able to do. And then we can start from that point and have a discussion about how much, but this is definitely something that we can't help you with. So that's, you know.
Okay.
Chris, am I leaving anything out? Do I need to?
No, I'm prepared to kind of give you a recommendation from staff, or if you
Okay.
like to hear it. Or,
Oh, yeah, why don't you go ahead and give us your recommendation on that one?
yeah, once again, Chris Jones. Yes, as you said, Mr. Bain, this is a program, this is an applicant that we would like to participate in, and that's why we have the funds set aside for this program. We are still well funded for this year in the public-private partnership. We've approved 2 other applications this year, and both or one has been accomplished and settled, and the other one should be under construction in the next month. This project, as you're all aware, is unique as it does not have a homeowner association, and each lot that is on the lake is required to maintain that lake. So lots 4 through 9 are required to retain it. We're maintaining the lake. The scoring criteria, which I provided to the board, we've given it a 5 out of 10. We recommend O&M manual to be on file with the city, right of entry, yearly report requirements. They're all recommended. We did cover the evaluation criteria, approximately 22 acres, direct impact, and 60 residential properties. We do believe that it will prevent the stagnant water. It is part of our current technical manual, technical standards for turnover of lakes, water, and oxygenation. We also believe that, and we've noticed from the project at the Open Barrel Airport Parkway, that the fountains tend to be deterrents for waterfowl, specifically geese versus ducks. Ducks don't seem to have a problem with it. So that is something that we're trying to encourage throughout the city. As part of the recommendation, that this project meets the spirit of the public-private partnership, and we should support the efforts. And I would recommend the following conditions. First being that the six lot owners organize a lake owners entity that collectively binds the members to the agreement. Two, I would recommend that we financially support 100% of this project with the attached estimate for the fountains and aeration devices. We would also recommend investing an additional $500, so a total of $11,586 to the lake owner's entity for the initial year's maintenance cost of fountain removal, electricity, and maintenance of the fountain. Three, the O&M manual for the lake owners shall be binding for the continued maintenance of the fountain and aeration devices for 10 years from the date of this agreement. After the 10 years, lake owners shall maintain the limits of their property and any necessary treatment of the lake as required. Acceptance of an O&M manual and terms and conditions shall be prepared by the Greenwood Legal Department. That would be our recommendation. So I think, as you mentioned earlier, the discussion with your neighbors would be pertinent.
So that would probably be the next step for you to go and see, what the feeling is for that. Like see, for Chris's recommendation, we typically start at a 50-50 split, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it stays that. We can do up to Chris's recommendation. You guys have anything you want to say?
No, my concern was exactly the same as yours. I think the next step would be to get with the other neighbors. I do have a question. I noticed in one spot it says there are 9 homeowners responsible for the ownership of the pond, but 6 is
It's
mentioned several
that
times.
was a mistake on our part.
Sorry. Okay, just wanted to clarify.
All right. Tim, anything you want to add?
No, sir.
All right. Anything else you need?
No, I think you've hit what she knows she needs to go do, is to speak with her fellow lot owners, and I assume that she's done that, she can be placed back on an agenda to return.
Okay,
Great.
great.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Anything else you need from me?
I don't think so. You just keep in contact with Chris.
Absolutely.
You get things together, and then once we're ready, you can put us back on the agenda.
Okay.
Be happy to do what we can do to help.
Okay, thank you all for having me.
You're
I
welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
All right. Outside reviews. Our next. topic.
Once again, Chris Jones, Stormwater Superintendent. So this is a contract with DB Engineering for outside review assistance. Currently, the engineering department they're down 1 engineer, and so this will supplement the workload for CDS. So we currently already support that other engineering position. So the total contract with DB Engineering for this services with the city is not to exceed $150,000. Our portion would be $22,500. So I would recommend a motion to engage in a professional services contract with DB Engineering for supplemental review services in an amount not to exceed $22,500. Terms and conditions to be outlined by this legal department. Authorize the stormwater superintendent to sign on the board's behalf.
Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion. Yeah, I've got a question. What will he be reviewing?
Drainage, retention, and water quality,
Everything or?
everything.
Okay. I'll second that.
All right. Any other questions? All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. So that is being approved. All right, Hunting Creeks.
Okay, so this is, I don't need official action by the board, but this is, I just wanted to fill you in. The Hunting Creek, there is we had over a dozen sinkholes in this pipe. Turns out we did clean the system, removed some root balls, and we found out that it needs to be joint sealed, and we think we can do this with Cooley Construction. And the cost is approximately $3,500. So if you recall at last month's meeting, our initial estimates for lining the entire pipe is going to be over 100,000. So at this point, we're under 10,000. As I've mentioned, it doesn't need to have action from the board, but I just wanted to inform you about that contract that we'll be engaging with Cooley Construction.
That certainly is good news.
And it's good news for the homeowners, so they don't have to move every fence.
Have to move that pool.
And exactly.
Yeah.
The next item is also another item that doesn't need board approval, but it's just ongoing maintenance at the I-65 pond, the State Borrow pond that we're maintaining. It's just another invasive species removal. We're going to continue to work with Ecologic on that. And what is the next item on the agenda?
Solar panel. for
Oh,
Nature Center.
yes. I missed that. Okay, so if you recall, a few years back when we were working on the initial remodel of the Nature Center, we reached out to a couple solar panel contractors to, kind of give us a quote on it. At the time, we didn't feel, and the board didn't feel Nancy of our utility that we should engage in such a project. But as the years have continued and we're doing well with our education and outreach, we thought there might be another opportunity to upgrade our facility. So we reached out to another local company, Jefferson Electric, to give us a quote on putting solar panels onto the building. And I've given the board the proposal from Jefferson Electric. And it looks like, of course, we're being a governmental entity, we're not eligible for the tax credits, but it looks like the cost of the project would be $10,360. Through their calculations, we provided them with our energy bill uses that in 15.56 years, we would get a return on our investment.
So this would power everything at the Nature Center?
It would supplement the power.
Okay.
We've also asked Jefferson Electric to give us a quote on the Tracy Ditch lift station as well. But, we haven't got that just yet, but that's another item that we would like to, at least for the optics, help encourage, green and alternative energy production.
Okay. So is this informational or are you looking for?
No,
action?
I would actually like to engage in a contract for construction and services of the installation of solar panels at the Nature Center with Jefferson Electric in an amount not to exceed $10,360.00. Terms and conditions to be outlined by the legal department, authorized stormwater superintendent to sign on the board's behalf.
So these panels would be on the roof, would be separate?
They would be on the roof. That's the proposal right now, is for them to be on the roof.
Okay. Is there a motion? Or anybody have any questions?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any questions or comments?
Chris, about how much would that cover? Half of the cost, we know,
It will
just roughly, the solar, how much it'll cover? 40, 50%?
of our usage.
Yes, sir.
Where's that? It doesn't produce it's not as robust as what we think, because otherwise we'd have to have storage of batteries and such. So this is going to just feed into the electrical panel, and then you can sell back what we're not using. So when we were in the building, every day, we're not in the building as much as we used to be because we're in DPW, so we just use it for events. We purposely, set it kind of high. So I think we're gonna get a better return. It looks like right here, 47% will be powered by solar, so it is about half.
Perfect, thank you. That's a good question, but it made me think of another one. Is that system expandable? Should it prove to be worth looking into, adding on to it? Can we add batteries and things like that that'll make it a little more the sole provider for electricity for that building?
I don't know, but I will find out that answer.
Yeah, just curious.
All right, anything else?
A
Got
second,
a motion and a
so
second,
you vote.
so we'll vote. All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. Go ahead. Good test. Hope it works. All right, what's next here? Our budget.
Let's turn it over to.
Right, city controller for the record. So we did send out, hopefully everybody got a chance to look over the budget for 2022. A couple of the highlights, we've got one additional full-time position added for a right-of-way inspector / utilities locator. That would be split 50-50 with sanitation. Increases for the health insurance, that's just based on trending right now with health insurance costs. We did increase the fuel budget just based on usage through the first half of this year, and then estimating around $4 a gallon for gasoline, $4.25 for diesel, since we don't really know what to expect with the economy right now. You'll see that there was, I believe, a slight increase for the public-private partnership contribution. And then also the capital plan is set up to match what was in our rate study that we just finished up in the last year. So you'll see when we get those quarterly reports from Adam that they tie back into the spending that we have built into this budget. One other item, the proposed 2022 stormwater bond. Obviously, that was budgeted to happen this year. That project got pushed back with everything going on with Morrisville Road and Honey Creek, and it's meant to fund the Honey Creek Bridge. So we're looking at that happening in 22 instead. So you'll see that one's on there as a debt service item. So what we'd be looking for is just the board's approval of the 2022 budget.
Do we have a deadline when this has to be done?
We don't, so if you guys want more time to review it, we can do it next month, it's all.
And you guys actually like a little time to look it over if that's okay. You guys all right with that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, all right, put it on our agenda for the next meeting. Thank you. All right.
I've got one other add-on.
Okay.
Two other add-ons, so it's the acceptance of operation and maintenance manuals. The first one is from Clear Brook Village HOA, and this is for the work that, it's in conjunction with the public-private partnership work for the final seawall and then general maintenance farm. So it's been reviewed by staff, so we recommend acceptance, approval of the operation and maintenance manual. And then authorize the mayor to sign the board's behalf.
Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, so that's being accepted.
The second one is the operation and maintenance manual for Cherry Tree Walk, Section 5. And it's been reviewed by staff and recommend acceptance, approval, and sign, authorize the mayor to sign the board's behalf.
Motion,
So moved.
second.
Second.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right, so that being accepted. All right, so anything from the audience? I don't see anybody else. Okay. Moving to reports, council.
There's nothing from us.
Thank you. City engineer, nobody to tell. Anything else, Greg, from the controller's office? No? All right, Chris.
All right. Jump up the field report. Every month, I think we did twice as many tons of debris and street sweeping. 32.74 tons, $1,622.37. Precipitation was down as well, 1.64 inches of precipitation. Average temperature was up 77.2. 139 work orders initiated, 196 completed, 28 requests initiated, 31 completed. Educational event, Allison actually went to Greenwood High School, but that was in September, was last week.
Yes.
Okay, so maybe we'll say that.
That's not that
And then same thing, we did a citywide training via the internet for all the employees. Conducted 2,480 number of locates, 34 erosion sediment control permits issued, 73 ESC inspections, 20 hotspots cleared, that was double from last month, 26 BMP inspections. Jetting, we did Clearbrook Lakes, Odell Lane, Red Fox, Kenwood, Overland Drive, Kenborough Drive. And then we also added on there then you'll feed them camera footage. Okay, so what I want to do is show the board how much we use this our new camera trailer machine. So we're able to camera a subdivision and see whether we need to, not to use the word waste time, but basically waste time and energy and water cleaning a clean pipe. So it's so far it's done well. So we can focus on, so instead of doing, and we did all Clearbrook Lakes, but some of these other subdivisions we just hit streets. Just streets that were bad. So
it's kind of helping you identify problem areas.
exactly. That's all I have.
Okay. I don't see anybody from the mayor's office. All right, commissioners, you guys have anything?
No.
All right, I will accept a motion for the approval of claim dockets.
So moved.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, shows being approved. All right, anything else to come before the board? Okay, seeing none, we will adjourn the meeting at 4:30. Thank you.